Hello, all. So we are back on the Returners podcast. Right now, we're doing a pitch. We got James here. So, if you please allow us a few minutes to get set up uh, as we get ready
What's up,
for
everybody?
another amazing pitch from one of our
How you guys
founders.
doing?
Great. And in case you're wondering, first of all, eyes up here, folks. Take it easy. But yeah, Karudi merchandise coming soon. So, keep an eye out for that. Oh, I feel. Keep your eyes off.
This guy, this guy, so hilarious. All right, so it says we're in a live right now. And all I'm trying to do, fellas, is I'm trying to make sure that this live works for people in the TikTok world.
Yeah.
Because if we get up enough of our lives, then they'll let us do monetization. So I'm trying to. We need like 25 more minutes. Let's see. We should be live right now, though.
It's showing live.
Is it showing
I'll tell
right
you.
now?
Yeah. I'll tell you
Oh
if
yeah,
it's
there
a
we go.
flat.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm feeling it. I see it now. I see it now. I see the vision. Yeah, I'm gonna give you. I'm just putting this link in there, Marvin, so I can click it on the phone.
Okay. TikTok.
Okay, I got the pitch. Mm, Let me open it up. Download it. To my TikTok world, we appreciate you joining us. Again, if you want to see the pitch live, you can use that link, the YouTube link that's there, that's posted there for everyone to see. We're still working on our OBS so that we can be able to connect all the streaming. But for right now, if you use the YouTube link, you'll be able to see the pitch live. If you can't, feel free to message me on TikTok. I'm on TikTok right this minute on the desktop app. So you can message me there and I'll answer any questions that you may have.
That's funny. I'm watching it live on the phone.
On the TikToks?
Yeah.
We on the TikToks too? Okay, see, look, everything
Yeah.
working,
TikTok.
bro. You know,
Yeah. Try to confirm.
on the TikTok, we getting there. We
There's a
getting
little
there.
delay though, but
It's
that's
all
all right.
right. They can see it.
All
TikTok
right.
probably don't want you to say nothing fucked up either, so they probably delaying that shit.
Oh,
I went over the.
Okay,
I gave James the rundown.
awesome. All right, so James, before we get into it, we're gonna just talk a little bit. Introduce yourself. James, where are you at right now, brother?
I'm in Liberia, man. I'm in Monrovia, Liberia right now,
Awesome.
West Africa.
Represent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shit.
I was there
Right.
in June.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep,
So,
yep.
okay, so before we get into the pitch, James, the name of your company is, I'm gonna put a title here, it's Safe Logistics, right?
Safe Logistics Inc. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, and you guys know us as the co-hosts, Will and Marvin of Karuti. So, James, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. How did we linked up, so on and so forth.
Um, well, hello everyone. My name is James Dobson. Came here about 2 years ago. Never thought I'd be back coming to Africa in that manner. Came, saw a need. I feel like Africa, most of the part of Africa, especially Liberia and other countries, surrounding countries, it's like a blank canvas. You know, you can paint where you want when it comes to business. You gotta, it's a different beast, but you can paint where you want when it comes to business. You stay consistent. You know, so I just saw the opportunity. I saw the opportunity. I did some research and I took it. With some advice from some good people around me. I just took it and I ran with it. I've been grinding at it for about 2 years. So roughly about a year and a half, 2 years. So I'm just continuing to do so, continuing to see where it takes me. There's one environment where you can you can make a lot of capital monthly starting from the jump, if you're in the right position, in the right place at the right time. But the opportunities presents itself more than you would think. So that's kind of like what motivating in that way. But also, you get to help the growth of Liberia and the surrounding countries as well. So, but that's what got me here, and that's where I'm at right now. I should say logistics.
Awesome, awesome. So, did you have an entrepreneurial path before this, or is this kind of your starting point, and or how was that before and after?
Yeah, this was kind of my starting point. I don't have any entrepreneur skills. I worked in the medical field. I try to dive into the tech field a bit, but coming and seeing the need, I think that's what motivated me. Being that I didn't have any entrepreneur skills in the beginning, but it
Yeah,
motivated me to realize that this is an easier playing field to navigate than other parts of the world. So it
for sure,
motivated me more. Yeah.
for sure. So, what would you say to somebody in your position that would like to start something that has an idea, especially pertaining to Liberia, and that how would they go about it?
I would say don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Come and see it for yourselves. Spend some time. Spend some time. Um, if you can't spend some time, connect with people like Karuti, who has done the research. You know what I'm saying? Who's who you can trust to kind of play that bridge in regards to making sure your investment is safe. Um, and they have vetted the people that are going to be using that investment in order to grow. Because whatever investment you make to this country, the beautiful part about it is it's going to grow the country regardless,
Yep.
in any shape, any form. You know what I mean? So if you can't make it here yourself, uh, go to a trusted party. You know what I mean? Go to a trusted party that you can grow with.
Okay. Any challenges?
Oh, definitely, definitely. The daily life, adaptation to the way people do things here are different. The expectations is different. Um, um, the overall work ethic is different. So yeah, so you have to adapt to their way of doing things, their way of and you got to understand it. You know what I mean? Where they're coming from, they're more laxed.
Yeah.
They're not. You would think like they would be more worrisome they are than we are because of the kind of conditions they're in. No, no, they're more lax than we are. Like they may not seem it because the monetarily it might not be there, but they're more lax than we are. We have this sense of urgency, of business mentality. They do too. Don't get me wrong, man. Liberians are very intelligent individuals, but they're just very more lax and very more calm than we are. So when you come and you understand the process and how it's ran, you can get things done fast or slow. Depends on how you go about it. When you learn the ropes, but uh, but yeah. So that's pretty much it right there.
Appreciate that insight. Now we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes and the reason everybody came, man. We're excited to see
Awesome,
what
awesome,
you've been working
awesome,
on and learn about your business.
awesome,
So
awesome, awesome.
everybody out
How's the
there, you
weather?
know,
I did want to get one question though. How's the weather there right now?
a question?
Honestly, man, global warming is real.
Ugh.
Global warming is real. It's supposed to be hot right now. It's been raining consistently, so we're not even into the dry. It's supposed to be dry season right now, right? Because we're out of
Yeah.
rainy season. But I find, after being here for a year, um, like when it was rainy season, I was like, I like this. I'm putting on a t-shirt. Now I find myself putting on a light, kind of sweater like Will has on or something like that. Because your body starts to adapt to it. But it's been like it was just raining like, profusely for like several hours and stop for like a couple of days and do the same thing the next day. So
Mhm.
but right now it's raining. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be hotter. It does get hot. But I mean, dry season here is no joke. It's
Yeah.
serious. But right now, the weather is beautiful. The weather's beautiful. It's December. They call it a December time where everybody comes from the diasporas and, visit family, enjoy themselves. So there's a lot of activities going on all over the place. Mm.
Yeah, I know in
Nice.
December, it's for a lot of African countries, West African countries, like it's Diddy December in Nigeria,
Oh, Nigeria's on fire right now. Ghana's on fire. Oh
a lot
yeah.
of other
Did you say
places.
Diddy
Yeah.
December?
Oh, not Diddy, man. You know
Just
what I meant. Not Diddy.
I was like,
That's
whoa.
we right. I didn't mean to say
Did
Diddy.
it?
I don't know. What was I saying? How
Oh.
you say Daddy? Daddy December. Daddy December. Not Diddy. We keep
Okay.
Diddy out of our mouth.
Had
Oh, pause. Pause. Pause.
a
Mm.
flagrant one on the play. Flagrant one.
For
Mm.
real. For real.
Mm. Lord.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
raining.
not even
Jesus.
gonna comment. I don't want to be a
Rain.
part of
Jeez.
that.
It's raining, baby oil,
Jeez.
man. Oh man.
I
Oh
don't want to be a part of
no.
that. Nah.
No. God. Okay. Well, just a little fact about Monrovia. Monrovia used to be, well, it's one of the official U.S. colonies that was set up there by one of the presidents with, at one of the times, enslaved Africans that they were sending there to try to form a colony in Africa. Since that time, obviously, it has grown to the beautiful place that it is, Monrovia is. But a lot of former American uh, blacks were moved there in order for it to become what it is today. Now it is very flourishing. I was there back in June. Super beautiful. Um, have a lot of love. My cousin here, Marvin, Liberian,
Stomping
James'
grounds.
family, right? So I mean, it's one of those places where you go. It's not also not hard for Black Americans to go there, and this is something that a lot of Black Americans don't know. It's very easy for us to go there. They use a U.S. dollar. The main language spoken is English.
Yep.
So if you're looking for somewhere that you want to go to experience Africa in a way that kind of like transitions you in, Liberia is definitely one of the gateway country, if not the gateway country, to be able to do that. So super special to have James on. So James, here's the way this works, right? You got 5 minutes to do a pitch. Should be like around 5 slides. I'm gonna set a timer. I'm gonna count you out. Three, two, one, go. And then right around a minute, I'm going to remind you that you're coming up on a minute. I'll just say a minute, or you'll see me hold up my hand like this, and then that way you know that you're approaching a minute, and you want to try
Right.
to wrap it up. We want to give our point of this is to give a diaspora information on Africa, investment opportunities, infrastructure, and then also very important. There's this. I don't know who it's from. Some people say it's the CIA. Some people say it's other things. That there's this effect or this undertone that Black Americans and Africans don't like each other from whatever country. We want to dispel that. We're dispelling that by having conversations like we are right now. James, where you and I having a conversation like, like we've been around each other forever. And that's how it is when you actually go. And so me and my co-founder Marvin thought that it would be a great idea to start hosting these live shows to not only show the business side of it, but then also show the relation side of it so that we can start dispelling those myths that are out there when it comes to us that are usually produced
Right.
by people outside of us, right? For whatever agenda they may
Fun,
have.
fun, Fun fact too is that U.S. and Liberia are the only two countries that use the number system. Everywhere else in the world is metric.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's a
And the
good
So,
thing or whatever, but you know.
I know, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know, but listen,
that,
that's a fun fact, though. You're right. It is a fun fact.
Yeah, yeah, it
yeah.
Um,
is.
you know. Oh, so again, love that. Love that you gave us. I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Mhm.
So
Share a similar constitution as well, almost one to
similar
one.
Right.
constitution.
Yeah,
Everything's similar. Flag,
Yeah.
everything,
The
very
flag.
similar.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So all those facts around it. Again, Liberia should definitely be the gateway for a lot of Black Americans who are looking to transition into Africa or find investment because again, the 1-for-1 ratio is really easy for us considering our history. So James,
and
with your
the
go
best
ahead, go ahead,
jollof
go
rice,
ahead.
the best jollof rice in the region. I don't care.
Oh
Fight
my
me,
God, bro.
fight, fight me.
Y'all,
I,
man,
s-
y'all in this jollof rice. You know that
it's
for Black Americans, we really can't
That's
catch
cooking,
feelings.
man. What are you talking about? Not
You
best
know what I'm
jello rice,
saying?
best cook. No, that's funny.
Yeah, man. I wasn't even gonna. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said it. It had to be said, and it had to be said here now.
Man,
Liberia
y'all
has the
like,
best jollof rice.
you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to sit down with a plate of all the jollof rices and figure out what it's gonna be because every Western country in Africa think they got the best jollof rice
That best jello rice.
in the
Right.
world, man.
Oh, we know.
And y'all know, and exactly, y'all know, just like Nigeria know and everybody else. But you're right, we in Liberia right now, so Nigeria's embassy say yeah, so y'all
Oh,
got the
man.
best jollof rice, right? All right, so 5 minutes, James. In
Cool.
that 5 minutes, obviously you want to introduce yourself, you want to introduce your company, problem, solution, and then move on to the rest of the slides. Does that make sense?
Right. Right.
Any questions? Any questions about it?
No, no, no.
And then what we'll do is we'll allow people to ask questions inside the chat. So I have a chat up for both TikTok and then the chat up for Facebook and Instagram. So if there are questions around it, people can ask in the chat. My bad. People can ask in the chat. Um, I'll probably ask you a couple questions after it as well.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna load up your pitch here. Mm, Man, I hate having to share the whole screen. I hope nothing weird is up. All right, and let's go to presentation mode. And then Marvin, because I can't see it, you could set a timer, count them down, and then set a timer. And
Yep.
then James, when you want me to go to the next slide, just say next slide.
Cool.
Can everybody
James.
see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And just full disclosure, James, let him know that this opportunity exists in Sierra Leone as well as Liberia.
Right.
All right, James, you got the instructions. You ready to go? Your pitch begins in five, four,
Yes,
three,
sir.
2, 1. It's your show.
Well, it's late afternoon here, so how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. My name is James Dobson. I am the owner of Safe Logistics in Liberia. Started about 2 years ago. Liberia, wonderful West African country, and like the gentleman just said, like Will just said, it is a perfect gateway for, especially for African Americans and anyone in the United States. Plain and simple, is a gateway because we have very similar things, very similar ways and culture in regards to America. Like there's English, the dollars here, the system that we use, numeric system here, is very, very similar. So it's a perfect gateway. And then when you come here, you can realize there's so many other brand avenues that you can take to invest in other places. And hence what you're looking at right now. This is a pitch for Sierra Leone. Not only this is just a pitch, this is an actual contract presented to me. Um, um, depends on of course depend on delivery, but it's an actual preemptive contract presented to me. So it's for scaling up the Sierra Leone mining and transport from port to different mining places, from port to development of their cities, of feeding their people, of just modernizing their fleet in general. So can you go to the next slide? So modernizing their fleet to continue is going there and seeing, doing kind of feasibility study and just looking around and being there and asking questions, meeting with the port directors, meeting with some some government officials and people from the different supply chains that are there. Basically, the fleets are old. The fleets are older, and how you could tell the fleets are older is I was asked just about 10 trucks. It was just about, hey, can you provide us 10 trucks? Those 10 trucks would be enable us to go from moving 50 containers a day to moving 75 to 100 containers a day, because the port is a large port, but most of the containers sit there because you have breakage, you have rust, you have the director of the ports turning certain trucks away. And so what it is, the advantage I have, or we would have, would be, the surging demand from the port to get these products out. And it's a very large country. I think it's maybe 2 times or 3 times the size of Liberia. Because they're older products, before they land, there is a contract at hand, and that's what Safe Logistics is trying to do. Is trying to deliver that solution for it. Next slide.
3 minutes.
Cool. So I mean, like I said, we're guaranteed the runs, we're guaranteed the workload. As long as we produce this heavy equipment, we are guaranteed to transport anywhere from equipment to food to 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 mining equipment to you name it, whatever's going on in the country. The thing that country has going for them is that they just developed their roads not too long ago. I think 2016, 2017 is when the project was completed. So they are a growing economy. They're actually a small economy than there is. Well, no, big economy, but growing slower than Liberia. Liberia actually have streets and landscape that is different. That is actually a little bit more advanced than they are. So their growth is in need of good logistics company. Next slide. So, like once again, our competitive edge is we're bringing in a new fleet. There's a high demand for it. There's a quicker turnaround when you bring in this new fleet. The trucks that are there, I mean, you're talking about 2014, 15 type trucks, flatbeds, and truck heads that are there to tow those flatbeds. So when you bring this in, once it's known that these things are coming in, it's pretty much taken. The port director told me himself he was like, in the past 3 months, there's only been 5 brand new truck heads that came in, not even flatbeds. So
30
there's a heavy
seconds.
demand for it. Last slide. So I can see the last slide. Just go over what the investment would be, and go over what the assets we need and what the directive it will go straight to directed to purchase, and also what the return on investment would be for anyone or any company who would invest in this idea. That's it.
Thank you, James. And that
Thank you.
is time. Thank you for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, so James, great job on the pitch. Um, totally understand the opportunity. One of the things that I guess people are going to be asking for, let me see if there's a question here. It said one. Okay. Um, Marvin Joy. Okay. So one of the questions that I have is around I know it's the trucking industry. I don't know a whole lot about the trucking industry and logistics. When you say that people have told you the trucks will be grabbed, are you saying that the investment opportunity is to buy the trucks and then people there in Sierra Leone then buy them from you, like a reseller? Or is the
No,
opportunity, okay,
so like what I'm doing in Liberia right now are oil trucks. So the oil
all right,
trucks are used in Liberia to deliver fuel to the mines. That's why I do in Liberia. The opportunity for these flatbeds is the same thing. LLC is already set up in Sierra Leone. So bringing in those assets, they will be used. It will be rented, right? For a certain amount. So it'll be rented. It'll be owned. It'll be owned by the company and rented out to different individuals. Uh, we already have like an 8-man mechanic team there. We have drivers. We have assistants. So they just basically pay us depending on where we're going, how far we're going. Like I said, it's a large country, so the revenue coming back is pretty is really good. So yeah, it wouldn't be them just us bringing it in and they buying it. It would be us bringing it in and they renting it from us
So
or
what is your
contracting us to
greatest
deliver.
capital need right now? Is it the equipment or is it securing the contracts and the routes or logistics?
Securing,
We
yeah. Our,
could you say
gr-
that again? We lost you there for a second.
our, can you hear me?
A little lag. So if you just want to repeat
Sorry.
that one more time.
Yeah, it's the Wi-Fi. Our greatest need is the capital. Our greatest need. The contract is already preemptive. Um, um, I've already been given a preemptive contract for it. If you can bring these things, we'll take it, and a preemptive contract that I can share with any investor and be like, listen, this is from this company, or this is from the government of Sierra Leone, or this is from this mining company. I can give it to them, and they'll see that it's actually a preemptive contract. Once it's on the ship, you can sign we sign an official contract with them.
Cool. Cool.
if you were
Mhm.
to break this up into milestones, and I want you to understand how Karuti works, we are a reward based crowdfunding platform. Think of us like a company like Indiegogo or probably is the closest one to us, or Kickstarter. When we place Safe Logistics on Karuti, if you were to break this up into milestones, and your first milestone in Sierra Leone, what would that amount be? And I'll give you our targets when it comes to this. Typically, it's anywhere from 10 to 25,000 are the targets that people are hitting. What that does for you as a company is that it gives you validation to then go out to bigger investors and say, like, look, we were able to raise this money. Now, now give us the bigger piece to go and hit the bigger milestones. So if you were to break it up into your initial milestone, what would it be within that $10,000 and $25,000 range that would help you get to those bigger numbers that you're talking about?
If I were to break it into a milestone, it would at least be. I would say, well, depending on the investment in the equipment and what they asked for, there was actually more that was asked for. Depending on investment equipment, whatever is invested, milestone would be, I would say around 100,000, because then that would give us. We don't just want one or two asset, then you're just moving about. But if we can get several, at least 3 or 4 different assets with $100,000 investment, anywhere between anywhere between 60 to $100,000 investment, will be the return on that monthly will double, because I think I mentioned that before, where this is the environment where you would make that kind of money, and in that Sierra Leone environment, because of the need, it's not just something that you can go do a feasibility study, but you can see it because of the need and meeting with the people that are in charge. Um, your turnaround is quick and easy.
Let me ask you this in another way. Again, think of us like Kickstarter or Indiegogo.
Right.
These are these are people giving you investment and not asking for equity. It's a reward base, right?
Okay.
So then
Okay. I get what you're
that
saying.
that number of 10 to 25,000 is going to be the sweet spot, unless you've already raised some money, and then typically then people will give more because they want to be involved. but we've seen that 10 to 25,000 is that range. What milestone would that hit for you guys in Sierra Leone?
That would get us to a milestone where within 6 months being able to establish a full grown logistic, not just um, flatbeds, but other assets as well. That would get us within 6 months. We'll be able to hit where we have a fully grown logistics company, not just bringing in these trucks and renting them.
Got it. So maybe a truck, possibly that you could get
Yeah,
one truck, and then you can move that one around,
exactly,
and then you can go back
exactly.
in. Because
And
here's
go
the
back.
reason why I'm asking. The great thing about us is that we don't stop you from then turning around. We want to show people your progress. You could turn back around and put your company back in there again. Show people the progress that you made with buying the one truck, and then go back out and raise money. We've seen that happen, and that's how you get to those bigger chunks, right? That's
Yep.
also how you get
Right,
investor interest. So that's why I was asking. So maybe a one truck with that 25,000 would get you guys there.
right.
That would give you some working capital in Sierra Leone to move it, to prove out the value, right? And then you guys can go on and get more. So as you can see, guys, like a lot of times, the numbers that we be talking about in the U.S. are substantially more, right? And a lot of times, to get in the ground level of these opportunities, people have to come in with hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of dollars. But the opportunities that we have as diaspora in Africa um, are much greater with the money that we have, which is what James was relaying in the situation. James,
Yep.
sorry, go ahead, Marvin. What were you going to ask?
No, no, go ahead.
Okay. So, James, when are you looking to raise money? Obviously, we're going to launch all these companies in January. We have about 100 companies right now. We're targeting
Mhm.
1,000 companies by February. So again, TikTok world, if you know anybody in Africa who is looking to fund their company, please have them reach out to us.
Yes,
But
definitely.
um, when are you looking to raise money or capital to be able to start in Sierra Leone?
By the end of January.
Okay,
End of
cool,
January. You hear that
By
here,
the end of
folks?
January.
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, by the end of January.
Works well. What we'll do is we'll continue to keep up to date with you, James, on the updates. You guys will be able to find James
Awesome.
and Safe Logistics on our Karuti upcoming platform. Um,
Awesome. Awesome.
Again,
Awesome.
reach out on YouTube if you see him. Reach out on Instagram. They're out there.
Yep.
Continue to ask some questions about what's going on with them. Although we're reward based, we don't stop anybody from going to people and saying, "Hey, look, I want more information about you and your company." So please feel free to reach out to them. And then when we launch Karuti, please feel free to pledge. And let's get James off the ground in Sierra Leone.
Yeah. Support your local
Awesome.
entrepreneurs. Support
Awesome.
the vision, and just keep following along. Hey, James, you want to drop your social media while you're here?
Stay away from
I
Eddie.
I honestly I don't do social media. Like
Fair enough.
I think I know, right? I know. I know. I
No,
know.
bro, I know
I
biggie.
know. I'm gonna
But
do it.
we'll be able to
Yeah.
you'll folks out there, you'll be able to find them on the Karuti platform as well alluded to.
Right, right. I'm gonna change that though. I'm gonna change that. Right. I gotta
No
change
worries.
that. I know I have to change this.
Awesome. Well, great
All
guys.
right.
Thank you very much. And this will end our show.
Invest smart, make dreams happen. Thanks, James. Thanks, Will. Peace
Thank
and love to
you.
everybody out there.
Yes.
All right, brother.
Later on.